Hi there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today I'll be doing a list once again. Every day I'm trying to do a list so you guys actually stay interested in the channel. And just humble request, I noticed that about 60 something percent of my viewers are non-subscribers. So if possible, if you like my work, if you think my content is helpful and you enjoy seeing fragrance talks and seeing different fragrance reviews on this channel, perhaps if you can do me a favor and then subscribe to the channel and then like the videos, that will help me get better algorithm from YouTube, and then I can do more work for you. So that'll be helpful. It's like a give and take sort of thing. So that's the one favor I always ask from you. Thank you so much for staying with me, right? So what we're going to do today, as you can tell from title, discontinued fragrance. I did this last year, I think. Discontinued fragrance, there are plenty. I have collected many. I'm pretty sure many of you have a passion for collecting fragrances that are rare, hard to get, and you actually at times paid 3 or 4 times more than the usual price because you really wanted the fragrance. Sometimes you miss a fragrance so much, sentimental reasons. Sometimes you get it because you think you can sell it off later and can make business. Either way, whatever you do, I'm not here to judge. All I'm saying is discontinued fragrances sometimes are worthy looking at. Sometimes they are just overhyped. Sometimes they are just they got discontinued for a reason. Perhaps they didn't sell well, right? So those are some of the reasons we all know. But at times they are limited editions. They also discontinue it, and it's not about the sales only. They just made, let's say, limited edition 500 units all over the world. So that's how they want to keep it. So today I'm not going to talk about the more popular discontinued fragrances that are like, let's say, a few examples would be what Aqua Essence, Pure Mall, Pure Havan, Midnight in Paris. Those things you know very well, and you guys know like those fragrances are some of the best fragrances in the world, at least in the community. But I'm going to show you some of the fragrances that I collected, and I actually will show some more in next episode. But I selected 15 fragrances I feel are worthy for your collection, and these are unique smelling. One thing, they are not redundant. They are not like how to say, they do have a character. They are special in their own way, and some of them some of you don't know. So this is the whole purpose of doing this. Are kind of like lesser talked about fragrances you can get. Okay, sorry about the long intro. First fragrance, let's get into it. First fragrance I want to show you is from House of Mandarin Duck. Okay, this is called Mandarin Duck Man, and this is one of the most beautiful bottles that I own. Look at the side. It looks like a motel by seaside, like a seaside by the beach, a motel, very colorful, like an oceanic paradise, like a nice little funky color. And this actually has nice blood orange note. It got this lemon tree note, and it's very unique. If you like fragrances like Clinique's Happy for Men, Thierry Mugler, Ultra Zest, or something like Kenneth Cole, Black, if you like those kind of orange-based perfume, this is definitely worthy of looking at. It's very hard to find, but it got discontinued. That's what I really feel. But if you can see it somewhere, if you can score this, I think these are not going to be very expensive. Pick it up, try it at least. If you can try it, you'll really be surprised how good this smells. Got good longevity for summer fragrance. Okay, Mandarin Duck Man. Next fragrance, I think some people talk about it, some people don't. This is one of my fragrances I sometimes use, sometimes I don't. I admit it, it's not my most frequently used perfume. But some of the nights you want to smell like chocolates, kind of like a sweet, gourmand kind of a thick fragrance, which is very unique. Something in the line of Thierry Mugler, Angel Man, or Givenchy Play Men, or Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, that kind. But this particular one here, it's impossible to find nowadays at a decent price. Very expensive. This is Givenchy's Very Irresistible for him. This perfume, if you find it somewhere, let's say in our country or anywhere, you look for, and just go random shop. Oh, Givenchy Play Men, is that men's one? And you just go like, oh man, this is the one I really should get it, get it, keep using it. If you don't like it, you can sell it off at a better price. That's the value of a vintage fragrance. This is one of the best fragrances. It's hard to find, and it's kind of like a rare fragrance. I think this one is definitely worthy checking out. Givenchy, Very Irresistible for him. And mind you, one thing, that I'm not talking about the best of the best. I'm just showing you some. So don't ask me like why this is not there. Where is this fragrance? Perhaps I don't have it with me. I don't have everything. Of course, I have only few fragrances. Third fragrance I want to show you is one of my favorites. I always keep saying this is one of the best fragrance from this house. This is YSL L'Homme Libre. Okay, this is also discontinued. If you find this one, limited edition, the collector's item, whatever, the collector's edition, art edition, they're all the same. There's not much difference in any of the formulation, but this fragrance is a beast mode fragrance. Freshy, that definitely the violet leaves is a big player. But I get the pink pepper, which makes it so much more interesting. It's similar to Xenia's Womo, but better class, better longevity, okay? Both are good, both are nice, but I find YSL made an excellent sexy fragrance. Office is one of the place where you can wear it, you can get like compliments from with respect. That's what I feel. One of my best friends, she loves this fragrance and she thinks this is one of her most favorite men's fragrance of all time. YSL L'Homme Libre. Number 4, we're going to show you a fragrance. This is a well-known fragrance, but not everybody talks about it. 1 million. This is 1 million. What is it called? Prive. So many flankers. I'm so sorry. I have. Look at the juice color. This is that hookah tobacco, sweet, kind of like sometimes gets bitter. Sometimes I admit it gets a little bit mature. Not everybody likes it. If you do like likes of Pure Havan, Naxos by Xerjoff, this is a fragrance. It was overlooked by many people. Now it's discontinued, the price is going high, but I still feel this is one of the best fragrances from this house. I have one more to show you from this line, and that would be also awesome. 1 million Prive, I think it's definitely worthy of collecting. It has definitely its own character. I'm not going according to any ranking, by the way. Next one I'll show you, Hugo Boss. Okay, Hugo Boss. This is Hugo Boss, I think called Hugo Boss Man Red. I forgot the name, I'll write down the name. It's actually the red version. It got discontinued, I didn't know. It's kind of very hard to find nowadays. What's great about this fragrance is a synthetic designer fragrance. I admit it. First thing is, at fault, it's a little bit synthetic in the opening, but it has this weird, unique note of rhubarb, in my humble opinion, and it has perhaps some of the fruity notes. It just smells totally different from everything else you have from Hugo Boss. Okay, they made an interesting perfume here. I think it's worthy looking at, collecting, keeping in your collection, because it's gonna be very rare. You can be very proud of this fragrance. You can wear this in the springtime. Amazing. Unique fragrance. Check out my review on this, Hugo Boss Red. After that, I'll show you a fragrance. It's very hard to find. It's very expensive nowadays. This is Cool Water Night Dive, okay? This is totally, I would say, this is the boss man of this line. I love this one. Cool Water Intense, 2 of my favorite flankers. And many of them can be redundant. This one definitely is not. What I get from Night Dive, it's a nighttime wearable cool water, okay? It has very very few similarity with the original. But this one has a lot more fruitiness, kind of like a darkness. And I think there's a tobacco note somewhere there, but I totally forgot. But you can try this perfume. If you see this somewhere, get it. It's one cool water you will not find every day, okay? So definitely worthy of checking out, Cool Water Night Dive for men. After that, this is a tribute to this perfume. I just love this fragrance from Gucci. Gucci has a lot of fragrances that are discontinued. Gucci Purum 2, Gucci Purum 1. You guys know that. But this one right here, nobody talks about it. Gucci by Gucci Purum. Such a beautiful smelling perfume. If you actually love tobacco, the one, like think of Dolce & Gabbana, the one, and a little bit of La Nuit de l'Homme-ish dark vibe like this color. They mix together and make it something very sexy. And then beautiful bottle like this. Man, this fragrance is so sweet. The day I smelled it, I bought it off immediately. And now it's discontinued. And I think, despite its moderate longevity and projection, it's one of the best tobacco-based perfumes and very handsome fragrance. Very lovey-dovey, cozy fragrance. I think Gucci by Gucci Purum is one fragrance you should definitely collect. You see, this is going a bit differently, right? After that, I will talk about Tommy Hilfiger. I have bought some of this discontinued fragrance recent times, so I'm showing you that. True Star for Men. This perfume, not many people recognize. Like, hey, this fragrance, what is this weird mic? Yeah, this actually shape of mic. And I think this fragrance was not really received with the most positive feedback. But when I smelled it, this fragrance has some things to really surprise you. This one has some freshness up top, some sweetness, opens up with citrus, but it goes to licorice afterwards. And then it has some sort of a, what is in there? The opening is very sweet. It's like a sweet, kind of like a mild dark. You can wear this in the summer nights. Such a sexy fragrance, I'm telling you, if you see this somewhere, give it a try. Remember the name, Joy Amin. Sorry. True Star Man. Sniff it, try the dry down, and you'll see why I'm putting this in this list, okay? Amazing fragrance. After that, I've reviewed this fragrance just now, and I'm going to put this in this list because I love the smell of it. This is called Hugo Boss Man Soul, okay? Check out my review. This fragrance is discontinued, hard to find, but I think this is one of the fragrances gets you nostalgic. It brings back those times, 2000s. I'm wearing it in my hand. Such a sexy amber, vanillic, kind of like a mild peppery, okay? At the same time, I think it has, what else does it have? cardamom, yeah. So it's got all those feel, and also got star anise. It got this warmth, nutmeg. It's a spicy oriental fragrance, which I feel is very underrated. Hugo Boss Man Soul. After that, we're gonna go with a fragrance nobody will show you today. Montblanc Legend Intense. This one flanker nobody will talk about. Everybody talk about Legend, Legend Night, and some of the new ones, Legend Spirit. But this one actually is the true star of the line. Why? Because this is the most more. This is Montblanc Legend times 5. Okay, this one has the enhanced performance. You get that kind of pineapple vibe. Got that lavender. It does smell a lot like Montblanc Legend, but better. Okay, this is now hard to find. Okay, if you find it somewhere, if you like the Legend, upgrade it to this. It's better than Fierce, in my humble opinion, by Abercrombie. Montblanc Legend Intense, the silver bottle. So yeah, 5 left. Next one, it makes me very happy. This one is very cozy, sweet, sexy fragrance with citruses. Givenchy Play for Men. Justin Timberlake in a bottle, the MP3 player. So I have the whole line basically right now, except one. And I think the whole line is worthy of collecting. But something special about this is so charming. You know, those who used it, they know the value of it. Now it's going for $500. Don't pay that money, obviously. But if you see it somewhere, get it. You know, in the summer days, spring days, you'll enjoy this immensely. It's just got this beautiful, sexy charm about it. You know, it's like citrusy, sweet at the same time, some coffee, but it's not totally coffee or sweet. It has this fine, sparkly balance, you know, which I like about it. Givenchy Play. Next one is a fragrance for House of Dior. I really think this flanker should never been discontinued. There's a new version called Cologne. I don't like that as much as I like Aqua Fahrenheit by Dior. This is a stunning masterpiece. This one is bigger bottle. Some people say this is lighter than Fahrenheit. Okay, maybe because it got this grapefruit or something up top. Something like they put a little bit of a watery effect up top, so it's kind of like a summer wearable citrusy Fahrenheit. But what's so great about this is the longevity. It's crazy. On me, it's like 8 to 10 hours. You know, for Fahrenheit, you know. I mean, for an aquatic, let's say not 8 to 10 hours is a bit too much, 7 to 8 hours at least, you get it on your shirt. And it will smell like project all day, nice little sillage. This fragrance, they should never discontinue. If you find this somewhere, pay a little bit more money than Fahrenheit Cologne and get this. This is the real gem, Aqua Fahrenheit by Dior. After that, we're going to talk about one of my favorite new purchase. This is called Black Excess Potion. And I recent times bought this one and then also Black Excess Lexus, these bottles. I'm saving this for actually upcoming winter and sometimes maybe the rainy nights. This is a very special fragrance. You know, those who smelled it recent times, I saw some people tried it and they found it very interesting smell. Yes, this one has a booziness about it. It has a kind of like a sweet, a little bit more mature, a little bit more serious. Black Excess definitely had the original's DNA, but this is very hard to find. And I think this fragrance, you should get this one and Black Excess Lexus. Both are masterpiece. Amazing fragrance, okay? Very long lasting, Black Excess Potion. Try it out, okay? There's another one called Aphrodisiac I'm looking for. If I find out, I'll review it. Next one is a fragrance recently I heard. Now people are talking about it got discontinued. And it broke my heart. I have a small bottle somewhere. That's full. But I got recent times a backup bottle. This is called 24 Gold by Scenstory. I have the oud edition. This one, I want to buy some more. But what's great about this fragrance, I have a lot of memories with it, okay? In Malaysia, when this one, I saw Jeremy reviewed it, I looked for it everywhere, I couldn't find it. Then they have Ratafa Ragba. I found it somewhere, but I found it too cloying for Malaysian weather, so I never bought it. In Bangladesh, I have both of them now. But 24 Gold Scenstory, if this was gone, you'd miss it, okay? Because in the winter time, if you want a banger, sort of like a performer, a sweet and niche quality, this fragrance you can still have it like under $45 now, but trust me, some point it'll go $150 plus because it's discontinuation. Okay, this is definitely worthy in your collection. 24 Gold by Scenstory. Last but not least, I'll finish with one more golden fragrance, and this fragrance is from that same line of Paco Rabanne 1 million. This fragrance gets no love, and this is the best flanker of this fragrance line, hands down. Just write it from me. You know, this is the niche quality. This is what Dior Perfume is to Dior line. 1 million absolutely gold. This is all painted gold. Very hard to find. I'm going to buy a backup bottle from my friend soon. He has one bottle that he actually agreed to let go. I'll buy it. This is not a summer fragrance. This is definitely winter, baby. Very long lasting. Got oud in it. It's got amber. It got so much power, you know, like how to say, potency. This one you should just buy one spray. It will last you the whole night just for that purpose, okay? And this is the best 1 million. ever made, okay, from this line. So that's like 1 million absolutely gold. Those are 15 fragrances I think you should take a look, and they're very interesting. And nowadays, in the crowd of all these flankers, overpriced flankers, and then overhyped fragrances, these are some fragrances I think you can look back, some of the discount fragrances which are really worth it. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully, do let me know how you feel about this list, which are the fragrances you would suggest for me to try out. Have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.